Welcome back, everyone, to episode 20 of the Mexico series. So, we acquired a lot more technology for better military equipment. So, in this episode, we're going to expand our Air Force and so far we only have 10 fighter jets, and that's level 1. So we're going to build our own, and we're going to build 10. We'll do another 5. So we're going to have a total of 20 overall. That's only going to be temporary because we'll give it a few months once the jets are built, and then we'll dismantle the level 1 fighter jets that we already have. Now we want to increase the upgrade, so we're going to do 1 star in industry, 1 star in military. So that should help us continue to make improvements to our military. And let's check on our debt. So we have roughly another month and 15 days before the end of the first quarter. And we can see how much of a surplus we could possibly have. So I'm sure we'll have something in our treasury reserve, and we could pay off a few more things. So let's go to industry. And what we're going to do is we're going to increase the amount of workers that we have. So we're going to hire another 200 employees. Alright, so that should be ready in 4 months.
The funeral will take place next week. Do you want to attend the ceremony?
And we'll go ahead and attend. Alright, let's go to industry again. And let's see if we could bring in some money for some of the vaccines we developed. So we'll put start up with 50 million. And yeah, we'll just leave it at that. Start up with 50 million for that.
This loss is so very painful to us. Dear in our memories, these loved ones will always remain. Each and every one of these families have my entire support in this difficult moment.
let's go back to industry again. Let's go to diabetes vaccine. Let's go ahead and nationalize that. Oh, that is not going to pass at all. So let's put about 50 million into that also. And then we have some drones that we could probably can increase our workforce. Let's go by another 200. And then let's go to rank 3. We only have one drone for the entire country. So let's do... Whoa. That's going to be ready in a year? Oh. I forgot it's 2025. Alright, so we'll go ahead and do 2. Yeah, let's just do 2 for now. That's only going to cost us, well, for right now it's going to be 59 million, but it'll probably raise up to around 65 or 66.
The bill has been voted on, but unfortunately, the law has not been passed.
Alright, we're not taking anyone out yet. So let's try to improve relations with, for starters, let's improve relations with Cuba. Alright, so let's check service, farming, alright, so I guess energy is left. Alright, so our 2 drones, I'm surprised that didn't go up much more. So that's 59 million we're spending on 2 drones. That'll be ready sometime in June. And let's see what we can improve with the US. Industry, we'll bump that up to 25%. And farming, Mitch McConnell is president. That's interesting. It's very low approval rating numbers. Alright, so let's go to education. If we want to improve our technology, we're going to need better equipment and material. So we're going to spend about 5.8 billion on education. Let's go with higher education. Actually, no, I never built any more primary. So let's just do 25. It's going to cost us about 70 million. And then higher education. Do 25 for that. That's going to be 351. Wow, a lot of riots all over the map. Alright, let's see about Venezuela. Okay, so what about Colombia? See what our trade is like with them. Ah, alright, so let's go with 20. And farming. Go with 19. See how that works out for us. Alright, creation of robotic emotion. And we'll just keep that to ourselves. So we finally acquired technology for building an aircraft carrier. I'm guessing this is probably level 1. So we'll keep that to
Our
ourselves.
agent's assessment is that there is a definite risk of him being spotted.
Alright, let's go ahead and dismantle that. Let's take a look at our ports. Alright, so we have an oil terminal. Let's go to transportation. So we have one oil port and one regular port. So we have the countries here to trade with. So they'll go to one side. So we need something on the East Coast to cut down on the transportation time. So I think I'm gonna put it right here. That's pretty close to a city. That's going to cost us about 7 billion. And with all this building, let me just check inflation real quick. 1.95. Alright, we'll send that person. Alright, so media. Let's go with construction. So super high speed internet is at about 30%. Alright, so 4G. Always want to start off with the capital first. Alright, so that's 100%. So let's try this area. 4G. Let's see. with 568. Alright. So that raised it by 1%. Alright, so we got rid of the Mexican alliance. Alright, let's check energy. It's 167 terawatts.
The bill has been voted on and the law has been passed.
Alright, so... Alright, that wasn't the A's, that was... Okay, let's go with... Let's go with 500 employees, see what happens there. And let's go to work. So let's do 1 star for helping employ seniors.
Your politics are on the right track.
Alright, happiness increases. Attempt to eliminate the head of state. No, we're not doing that.
Fellow esteemed citizens, our current situation is critical. Faced with repeated provocations from this rogue state that is threatening both our country and the international community, I have made a conscious decision to declare war. We regret that diplomacy has failed. It is now up to our guns to speak for us, so that we can defend our homeland.
Alright, so obviously we're staying out of that completely. And just to humor myself, let's see what the comparison is with Russia's military. Yeah, there's no comparison there. So it looks like NATO already started. Since Estonia is part of NATO. Alright, so France, Iceland, Lithuania, Poland, Ukraine. Hey man, Ukraine's not part of... Why is Ukraine involved in that? Did they get inducted into NATO? Alright, let's check. Alright, security. No, that's defense. No, that's actually politics. So, NATO. Yeah, Ukraine's not part of NATO. So, could be the Ukraine war still. Oh well.
Good morning. I didn't come empty-handed. In fact, I wanted to see you in order to submit this economic...
Alright, so they want to purchase... No, they want us to purchase milk. 'cause we don't produce it. They don't even produce enough, so we're gonna reject that.
Sure. I'd be happy.
Let's see. Request input. No, we're not getting involved in that, so we're just gonna end that meeting. Yeah, we're sitting this one out for dealing with Russia. So let's go to farming. So milk. Actually, let's see about beef first. Do we have enough of that? Alright, we actually do, so... So let's... Alright, we already have a subsidy of 26 million. So let's go ahead and bump that up to 50.
Fellow esteemed citizens, our current situation is critical. Faced with repeated provocations from this rogue state that is threatening both our country and the international community, I have made a conscious decision to declare war.
Alright, so the US is getting involved in that now. Actually, let's see if we could capitalize on some of this. So... Alright, so let's go ahead and let's check our oil production. So the US produces they produce the most oil. They must have reduced their gasoline vehicle usage. Because this should actually, I believe that should be up a lot more. Alright, so let's see if we can... Let's see if we can sell them some oil.
I'd like to congratulate you in person for your popularity. The way the country trusts you moves me, and I am happy to work with you now and undoubtedly for many years.
Alright, so let's check on inflation. That's at 2.05. We can deal with that. And see how all of our metal production is going. So our consumption is a lot more than our production of iron. So I'm gonna do about 30 million.
In these dark days, I call on our allies to maintain their commitments by standing at our side against the forces that threaten our country and the balance of power in this part of the world.
Alright, just out of curiosity, Alright, so it looks like the US has the upper hand over Russia, but everybody else is what about the UK? Yep. They're taking a pounding from Russia. Alright, let's ask to be a permanent, well, no, or it's no point because our military is so weak. It's really no point to try to join or become a permanent member of the UN when we can't do anything anyway. Alright, so let's go to tanks. Tanks and armored vehicles. Steel and electronic components. Alright, let's see about steel. Let's just make this 25 million. Alright, so we have a quarterly surplus of 25 billion. So we have a few more days of until the first quarter ends. Alright, so let's try to build some missile launchers. Alright, so that'll be done in June. It's 144 million.
Huh. That's not to be turned down. Sure.
Alright, so let's see if we can sell them oil or natural gas. So alright, so their purchase price, so we could get 20 billion from them. No, that's not going to be good for us at all. Alright, did I actually hit the right thing? I think I actually may have tried to buy from them. Oh, no. So that's going to be too much. Alright, what about natural gas? If we could do that, that might actually be better for us. Ironically, we don't produce enough, so I'll just nix that altogether.
And you're right.
Alright, let's go to crime. Alright, so that's still at 7.02. Let's go with Securities and Exchange Commission. It's about 2 billion. And transportation. So if we could start building some more roads, that's probably what we need to do. Alright, 330, 474. So I think I'm going to go with a highway from there to... So that's 488 million for 67 miles and 679 employees. So we'll go ahead with that. Want this to be finished quicker than 5 months. So 16 should be 3 months. Let's go with 18. Alright, so 3 missile launchers is going to cost us 189 million, so that's not bad. So we have a $38.3 billion surplus.
Fellow esteemed citizens, our current situation is critical, faced with repeated provocations from this rogue state that is threatening.
Alright, so Turkey, Germany, Italy, Netherlands, Norway, Poland, so all these countries are so basically this is turning into World War III. Again, we're not getting involved in this at all. Military is entirely too weak. So let's see how it is between the US took out a lot of Russia's soldiers. Alright, so let's go to Secret Service.
is with emotion and pride that I announce the capitulation of those who yesterday imagined that they would subjugate us. Let us celebrate our victory and come together to honor those who died for the greatness of our country.
Well, that didn't last long. Alright, so Estonia is out of it, but it looks like all the other countries are still in. So, I think that's going to be it. I think just going to end this episode. And again, thank you for the support for this channel. And I will see you soon. Hopefully I can start on the Russia versus Ukraine episode pretty soon, within the next day or two. Yeah, I think that's about it. So take care and see you soon.